This is Mary Allison. I am about to interview Andrew Vanek, who works for Hastings Associates. I'm going to go around his route as he checks the buildings. This is May 23rd, 1988. So, this building where it says United Van Lines?
That was the public dock all the way out to the river.
Where did it begin?
What?
The dock.
Dock is way over to the river. This was the walkway to the dock.
Uh-huh. And when do you know when that was closed?
That I wouldn't know. I don't keep track of the years when it was closed.
Do you remember as a boy it being open?
Who?
Do you remember when you were a boy, if it was open?
Boy, yes, sure. It was there. It was way back.
Did you fish from the dock?
Used to do crabbing, you know.
Uh-huh.
Crabbing and then what? Sometimes we got a job. Some of the boys. Payment company. Oh, yeah.
What?
Payment company was on the other side, in between the slip. You know, the boat come in, we used to load the blocks.
Uh-huh. Did you work for Hastings Pavement?
Nah, as kids, odd job.
Oh.
You know, when they wanted extra help.
Uh-huh.
While we were out there.
How much did they pay you?
Peanuts.
I bet. Now, where was the pavement company?
Right here. All this was the payment.
Where the research building. This was the research building of Anaconda.
No, they made the high voltage in there, and made big cables in there. That was a special big building.
Well, this is the research building then.
Yeah, that was where they tested all the cables.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well so the building opposite the parking lot was the research building.
Yeah, right here.
Uh-huh. And was Hastings Pavement at the same location?
Yeah. That was all Hastings Pavement, all the way down to the river.
Did they ship most of their blocks by boat or by freight?
Boat.
Boat.
Still original asphalt blocks are here.
Yes, they're around in a number of places in the village. Mm-hmm. The hexagonal ones and these rectangular ones.
Oh, they didn't make them here.
They didn't?
All they made was regular asphalt.
Where did they make the hexagonal ones?
I wouldn't know.
You know, there's some over on the south side of the Warburton Avenue Bridge on the sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't made here.
No. That's not asphalt. That is nothing but fine gravel.
With tar?
Concrete.
With concrete.
This is a new building.
What did they do here?
I told you, high voltage. They made big cables. About that thick.
Ooh.
Yeah,
what do they use them for?
Underground cable. For power and telephone.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, that's
something
about
like
opposite.
the old Morse code cable, you know.
Uh-huh. And what was this burned out building?
This was the office.
That was the office. And that's opposite Washington Avenue. So people crossed the bridge there?
That's right. Halfway up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
This was all high. That's where my son worked.
Your son?
Yeah.
Now what did he do?
He was on a machine, on the taping machine. They had to put certain amount of tapes on each section.
Uh-huh.
And then they put a they call that, black, I got it.
Tape?
No, it's a cover, something like a hard rubber. I'll show you when we get down there. They even put a big overhead crane there worth about $50,000 before they didn't use it too long.
Now what was in here? Where the parking lot is now?
This was the recreation room for the workers.
Oh, what did you do? Come over here and have your lunch?
No, we used to go in that building through the door there.
Yeah.
And that was the recreation here. We used to punch clocks in there. Time clocks.
Ah. Well, did they have any recreation, like billiards or card tables?
Had pool tables. They wouldn't allow no gambling. You know, card gambling. But they played cards, you know, rummy.
Yeah.
But they weren't allowed to show the money.
I bet some went on anyway.
Oh, well. Then they cut it out because they're losing time.
Ah.
Boy, 'cause, you know, they didn't get done back in time. Some used to get 15 minutes for lunch, and some got a half an hour. That's the most we ever got.
Is that all? Half an hour?
But they got paid for it.
Did they did you have a coffee break?
Oh, sure, we had coffee break. It's what we call was the wire mill, where they made cables, the smaller type cables.
Mm-hmm.
And they made TV wire.
What kind of wire?
Television.
Oh,
for
television.
The television. You know the things you buy now, you see a wire?
Yeah.
Well, they made that here, too.
Oh, for the aerials.
For the aerials.
Uh-huh. Now, this is a one-story building, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of brick. What
Yeah.
kind of light did they have in here?
Huh?
What kind of light did they have?
All neon. Neon light. The whole building was all neon light.
I don't see any radiators. Did they heat it?
What?
I didn't see any radiators in there. What did you do for heat in the winter?
Heat.
No heat?
There was heat. But they didn't have radiators, just had pipes. And this was the weatherproof. This whole building all the way down where that house trailer is. This was the weatherproof where they made all the weatterproof, you know,
For the wires?
telephone lines.
Uh-huh. What was it, a rubber process?
No, it was what the heck they call that? Tar or something. It went through a solution of tar. And it hardened. They put a hardener in there.
Uh-huh.
They had paper placed around it and a piece of cotton going through. And then in here they had the women used to have alleys where the spools of copper used to go up into a spinet, and the women watched all the cotton going on there. But the
women...
when they went from there, it went to the tanks where they put all this ingredient on it.
But they put cotton around it first.
Oh, sure.
And then they put it through the solution.
Mm-hmm.
And the women did the cotton work. Did they?
Oh, yeah. They went there, they ran the, well, I don't know, some of them had about 5, 6 machines each.
Goodness.
It wasn't hard work because there's a man always putting, they run out of one, they put another big bobbin, we used to call it, iron bobbin, a wire in there.
What did the women get paid? Peanuts?
About 38, 40 cents an hour. But then they went on what they call like piecework.
Oh, piecework.
Yeah. The more they put out, the more money they made.
Uh-huh. Did they work 3 shifts too?
No. They weren't allowed to work a midnight shift. That was the state.
Did they work the other 2 shifts?
They worked 2 shifts, that's it. No midnight shift. Because them days the women were kind of horny,
Huh.
you know? Fooling around with the men too much. Oh, gee, I didn't get that key.
You forgot something?
I forgot to punch the key. I'm carrying the clock, but I didn't punch the key. I'll get it on the way back. Yeah, this is all weatherproof.
And was this building heated too? This one with the,
Yeah, we had a big fire. It wasn't heated by the women or the men, you know, the breeding. Is that?
Yes.
Boom, boom. Yes. They said thunderstorms.
well,
Now, at the end of this building, this is all weatherproof, like I told you.
well, now what's this corrugated iron building?
That's included too.
Well, that's part of the
That's where they were storing the finished product.
now, was this part of Anaconda over here too?
This is all Anaconda.
This big building running east and west. This was open like this?
Well, this is the storage where we used to store all the copper from there. Copper come in here, they store it on piles.
How did it come
Then
in?
they come
In
by
ingots?
boat, by barge. Hello there.
Hello, Fee.
Come on, Fee, go get lost. And they come in by freight.
What form was it in?
Huh?
Was it in a brick form or
No, they were all ingots.
ingots?
Ingots. They were all roofs. You used to go in there and pick them up and put them on lift trucks, on forks. Put 8 or 9, go in each pile, you know? Couldn't put any more because the lift truck wouldn't,
I bet they were heavy.
some of them weighed from 250 to 350 pounds.
Now, what was done in here?
This was during the war, making fear wire on this side.
They made what?
Fear wire
What was that
for
for?
the Army,
Oh, and what would they use for?
with signal corps.
What signal
But
corps?
doing the Army, through the swamps and everything. Sure. Then we had an inspector, we had to roll them, come in big coils, round coils. We used to roll them, he'd have a gauge to see if the size is correct, you know. And over on this side was the trolley, where they made trolley wire over there, when the trolleys were running,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I remember them.
What the heck's going on? Boy, this is a mess.
Isn't it? What happened to this building? What happened to it?
What?
This building, it's in such bad shape.
Well, they tore this down. They were told. They condemned it. This is where the main start of your production started.
Here, and in this building.
Right here. Not that building. That was the recreation room over there. Another recreation. For the workers that worked over here in this room. See?
Had there been another building in here where this
This
rubble
was
is?
the building, yeah.
And they tore
It
it
ran
down.
right out to the end of the walk there. See? This was known as the rolling mill.
The rolling mill.
Rod mill, they called it. Rod mill. All the school kids used to come down the street and go around the repeaters.
When was
the
it?
rollers.
When was this torn down?
Oh, I forgot. Torn down after 1975 or 80, I think it was. They tore it all down. Right over there where you see that thing coming out with the...
You mean the rafters, the steel rafters?
On the bottom, the concrete.
Oh, yeah.
That used to be the furnace, the smelter furnace, where they preheat these copper ingots. And then then there was a place over there where the operator had his own booth. And he used to operate them when coming out of the furnace.
Okay, and then from the furnace, where would it go?
They went right into a big, first set was big rollers. Certain grooves, big grooves, small grooves, and so on. And then they go through another pass, way over here used to be the pass. They used to go through the first pass. It used to be about, I don't know. When it come out of the furnace into the first big pass, it come out on the flat side.
Flat.
And then they go through over here, and around they have another set of rollers, all different sizes.
And that's why they got the different
And then
sizes.
they go around, they go into another one, and then over there they finished up. See? They finished up, and they used to have a conveyor here that goes through water to cool it off. Then we used to run some on the, this used to have plates. They took all the iron plates off because they had a fire underneath it one year. And the fireman's trying to chop a hole.
Oh, goodness.
He got stung. Well, we better. Whoa! Coming. Should have hit the car. We're going to get slow.
Well, do you want to turn back?
Oh, we ain't got much to do. It used to be the machine shop there where they made all the tools, parts, dies.
And what was this second east-west building?
This was, like I told you, a machine shop here.
Oh, in this one back here.
No, that one used to be the reel shop where we made our own reel.
Oh, I see. You made them just right here.
We made reels like this. And I did work there for a while, spraying them, and putting anaconda wire and cable on them, and tagging.
Well, look at all the reels over here.
Well, that belongs to Metro North.
Oh.
That's their cable.
Oh, I see. And what is this two-story building?
This was where they had the power. This was the powerhouse. They supplied the power. They had their own generators.
And this supplied the power for all the buildings?
No.
No?
No. You know where we were, my building?
Yeah.
In the back was another big powerhouse.
Oh, so there were two, one at each end.
That's right. Okay. Then they had other things going on in there. Throwing odds and ends. And over here, in this building, a when I first started, 1920, I forget, 1925,
How old were you then when you started?
16, but I forced my age.
Oh, you did?
I had to be 18.
Oh, you had to be 18, so you...
Yeah.
Boy, is this Metro North too?
It took 6 birth certificates before they believed me.
Oh my
Dr.
goodness.
Dorfler was where I had to go all the time.
When he was in on it then.
Yeah, he was.
Is
And
this...
we had Judge Beavers.
Oh yes, I've heard of him.
Then we had, I forget, Cullen, another judge. This is where the acid tanks were. And they put these plates in there to recover the gold and the fine copper mush.
Oh.
See? Then they take them out and dry off. They didn't lose a nickel. There's a lot of gold there, you know?
A lot of gold. Well, where did the gold come from?
The copper mines, there's gold in there.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, gold and gems and everything else. No, we can't get out this way.
I suppose, did the men ever find a nugget that they could just...
Nah.
No?
And right out here was where we used to make bluestone.
Oh, you made bluestone down here.
Yeah. Bluestone, they shipped a lot of it to California for the vineyards, grape.
Oh. How did you make bluestone?
Well, the acid got weak,
Uh-huh.
so it crystallized, you know? Crystallized. They used to ship a lot of it out of here.
What did they use it for in the vineyards?
Grapevine, for the grapes. Grapes.
You mean they used it to the grapes climbed on it?
They put that alongside in the ground so they grow up quick.
Oh, I never heard of that.
If you read the story about how grapes, you'll find in the story.
What did it look like?
And like a blue, like a blue diamond, or it was like cakes, like that, or that. Or
You mean like this?
that and smaller. Imagine I gotta walk through this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
You know, good for your feet. Yeah. It's a busy place.
Now,
Years ago.
how many people worked here on average?
Was high, and then it started going down and down. After they done away with the telephone wire, they closed that up.
Why was that?
Huh?
Why was that? Why did they close the
I
telephone?
don't know. Cost too much to make it, you know. They weren't getting the price. So they shifted it out to west, to the other plant. So they made it over there. Now, both started making it, you know? Yeah.
Well, were you here during the war?
Oh,
The
no.
Second World War?
Second, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it was going big guns then.
Oh, you telling me. Yeah, about 1,400 then.
Was that on all 3 shifts? Was that on all 3 shifts?
Yeah. That's for the men 3 shifts. It was busy.
Now,
Trolley cars used to
did they use this slip here where the Sojourner Truth is?
That's where the barges used to come in. And over there where the glass place is, and the ferry sloop,
Mm-hmm.
you know that building.
Oh, yes.
That's where I used to store the scale from here. We
Oh.
used to go in the pits and pull it up by plates and put it in barrels. And I used to haul them out there to the scale. That was the fellow weighed this stuff up his office.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean you weighed the things as they came off the boats, the barges?
Oh, no. The scale ladder we used to clean every weekend. We used to come in on a Saturday to do it after the mill was down. You had two fellas going the whole like that way. Down to about 8 feet.
Now let's see, this back part of this building,
What do you want to do, burn it up?
you have to punch a key over in there?
No.
What did they do in that far building there on the water?
But
Right over here.
that was the wire mill.
That was part of it then.
Down from here all the way down.
Now this seems to have a second story.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing up there. That's where they're making the cable too, on this corner.
So was this the biggest mill then?
Hmm?
Was this the biggest part of the operation in here and these?
What it was. This was quite big too, inside when it was operating.
Yeah, but this looks even bigger.
Oh, yeah. We used to have a lot of women inspectors, you know. They inspect to see if it's, you know, the correct gauge to each product.
And then there were women in the office, I suppose, quite a few.
Naturally,
Yeah.
we had more chiefs than Indians. How they say it.
Women worked as inspectors in these mills, as well as with the cotton process.
Well, what I showed you where the acid was, they test the acid to see if it's weak.
Uh-huh.
They used to dip these rods we made there, in the rod mill, into acid.
Mm-hmm.
To get all, when the rods come up finished, they're black. From grease. They use a special grease.
Yeah.
So it goes right into the, we call it the pickle tubs, where they pickle take all that black stuff out and copper, you know, the loose particles.
Uh-huh.
And they flow down in the bottom. Then it comes to like a paint, like gold, like you use for boats.
Oh, yeah.
They had a big sale on that. Paint companies were buying it. Pittsburgh paint.
They sold all the byproducts then.
Oh, sure, there was no waste. No waste. Unless there was some out of gauge, you know.
Yes, well, say something wasn't the right gauge. Would they smelt it down again?
No. They can't. They can't. They bring it down to about, I'd say about quarter inch.
Mm-hmm.
We had quarter inch, we had quarter inch, we had 1/16, we had 3/8. We had half inch, we had 5/8 and 3/4.
And what would be the biggest one?
1 inch.
1 inch.
1 inch round, and that was the trolley body, the trolley wax,
Uh-huh.
you know? Yeah.
Well, now, during the war, during World War II, what kind of material did they make for the Navy?
Navy?
Well, I know you got a Navy.
They made the cable for the submarine and the warship. And special cable. We used to have the tailor out. You had a government contract. You couldn't work over 40 hours. Right. 40 hours was up, you go home.
I didn't realize they had any limitations.
Well, I think I...
So you made wire for submarines.
They field wire for the they cables for the warship.
How about mines? No?
We used to make shell ammunition for the rifles.
Anaconda did?
That's way up the other end that building was done for. They used to belong to. I don't know if it's police, private Jewish. All the little ones. That's what they made the bullet. My father was telling me when I was a kid. I was the first World War.
Uh-huh. Did they make ammunition in the Second World War?
No.
I didn't think so.
They sunk the boat with the ammunition. Using it on our own soldiers, I think. Yeah.
Well, I think I read somewhere that during World War I, some of the workers were suspected of filling the bullets with sawdust. Did you ever hear that?
Well, I used to, when it was empty up there, I used to go in there and see what I could find. They had a big cafeteria up there.
Was this in the North Mill?
Yeah. Big cafeteria, and they had all silverware.
Real silverware?
Real stuff.
Didn't people steal it?
Naturally. Yeah, I was looking for the shells, you know, empty shells.
Oh, yes.
They put the powder in. My father used to...
Well, I met a young man whose father had worked in that mill during World War I.
All right, what's happening? Hurry up, you're going to get it.
That's a lot of noise.
Huh?
It's a lot of
I
noise.
hope you're right. It's going to start coming down all at once. Said it's only noise.
That's somebody, boy. It's too hot.
Tis warm. Now, did everybody for all these mills use the cafeteria that was up in the North Mill? Did they use the cafeteria up there?
Yeah, but just for that section.
Oh, you got the fellows down here
We
from
had
here.
our own recreation. We didn't have no cafeteria. We had only coffee.
Oh.
That's where we were going for coffee and.
Was there antagonism among workers in the different parts of the mill?
No. Black people were better than the white people.
Oh, were there many black workers?
Quite a few. But they were the northern type, you know.
Uh-huh.
They weren't down south. Oh boy, the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the great old days. I started here with only 38 cents an hour.
What was it when you finished?
Oh, we were on incentive. We were making big money. We were working 12-hour shifts.
Boy.
So busy.
And there was no limit to the amount of time you could work a week?
12-hour shifts. 50 at 60 hours. And over 10 hours, we used to get double time for two extra hours.
Well, you did make good money then.
Not like 1925. No way.
What would you make an hour by the 1950s?
Well, I think it went up to, I didn't go up much. Instead of working 60, I think. Of course, you get a raise because we had a union that was always demanding more money.
What was the union?
CIO.
CIO?
CIO, and they're the ones that made this place close up.
Because of the strikes?
Oh, we had 2 strikes. We had one that was 11 months, and we ended up for the same money they offered.
At the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh my. There was a strike in 1967.
Yeah, but we had one before that.
When was that?
It wasn't long.
46?
Let's see. I'll show you downstairs.
All right.
At least you live from the lightning. Too many wires around here.
Yes, was that ever a danger
What?
of working in the mill and being struck by lightning?
Well, not in here. I think if anything is grounded anyway.
No.
Want to go down?
What is this?
This is where the pets department. Where the pets are all the cases.
Oh, yes.
See?
Uh-huh.
Right here, they used to put them in there, there was water.
Uh-huh.
That place, they had water. They put them in there to see if the cable will blow.
Did it ever?
Well, some of it. Some of it did. Who the heck put all these lights on? I didn't. Nobody was there.
What are these big boxes?
Oh, that belongs to the movers. The
Oh.
movers rented this time. And upstairs where all the technicians were. You
Uh-huh.
see all them things on the
Yeah,
side?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, I heard there was something that Anaconda got fined for selling faulty material.
Holy material.
Did you ever hear that? Lucy Choardi told me that, and she said that, and Mr. Whitaker, who was, I think, a vice president, took the blame.
Not that I know of. I don't know what it would be.
She wasn't just sure what it was either. But I think she said that he went to prison.
Nah, he didn't go no place.
No?
No. Like we had so many different ones running this place.
Oh, there were?
Huh?
A lot of different managers?
Oh, yeah. We had a Johnson, we had Whitaker, we had Delustro before Whitaker.
Who was that?
Delustro,
Delostro.
and that's started. And then Whitaker, and then Bob Fulton, and then,
Chase?
what's his name? Huh?
Was there somebody named Chase?
No. Chase was, I think, from the west coming up, checking up. They used to come every year, you know, the directors, see how everything was. After, when this place closed down, we only had 375.
That all?
Including the office in 1974. 75, that was it. That's when they started, after 75 is when they ripped them down because,
You mean they ripped those buildings down at the south end?
yeah, because they were in no condition. Pretty soon they're gonna take them all down one by one.
How did you feel about the union?
Now,
Did you belong?
well, we had to belong, we were paying dues. But every time we got a raise, the dues went up, so what good was the raise?
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's like that all over. But there's no rain, there's a lot of noise, but no rain.
Well,
That's something,
I'm just as glad.
must be the heat.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Did you, as a union member, did you participate in activities?
What?
What did the union do for you?
Didn't do nothing. What they do for you?
Oh, I thought, did they organize parties or have baseball
No,
teams?
the company gave the parties. They didn't have nothing to do with the parties. If you've seen the pictures up at Nancy's there, you would have seen the big parties we used to have out in the farm up there.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Smithfield, was it called?
Yeah, Smith's Farm.
Smith's Farm.
And then the payment company had theirs there too, I think. They had the picture of them there. Yeah. Oh, agreed. Oh, well.
Now
Yeah.
did the women belong to the union?
Oh, they all had to belong to the union. They all became.
Women that worked in the mills
Oh,
belonged.
they were in the union. That's good. Quite a few of them working.
Well, how about
All young ones, you know.
weren't the union leaders elected from among yourselves?
Yeah, they had it. Who we liked, we put in, who we didn't like. But it was always the same clique.
Was it?
They ruined it. We're supposed to get another contract and the union was demanding double of what they're paying us for pension. We settled for $7.50 for each year.
$7.50 for each year?
Yeah.
That's not very
No.
much.
So they wanted $15.
Mm-hmm.
They were comparing this to the copper mine. And the company said, there's no comparison to the copper mine.
Mm.
They earn that pension. You don't earn it here.
Mm.
Imagine $15 per year, they'd be broke.
Well, if they had that many
Well,
employees.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had said what? 49 years. I could have had 50, but I said, nah. I got out before 1974. If I stood till the time they closed, I would have had 50. But, I was tired. I was 65, I figured. I had my 60. I had my 40, 60, 40 years. You can, retire.
So you've never had any regrets?
No. I've been working since when I got out of there. Had an easy job, porter job, over in Duxbury in the Britain place for about 7 years.
What was that, Morgan's?
Morgan. And then from there I went roofing. When I went out of here at 65, 67, I went right up to the country club and was a caddy.
Oh.
Special.
Oh, my goodness.
Special caddy. They call me up, they send a cab. Go up, I go out. I make $37 a day.
That's
No tag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even Morgan Press, I didn't pay tax, was on the table, so that was all right. I don't know how he got away with it, but he got away with it. There's a lot of them that get away with that thing.
I suppose. Yeah. What did you do when you worked here? Did you have a lot of different jobs?
I had a lot of jobs when I was younger. I was a high school operator. We used to have the old type ones with a platform, flat bottom, pick it up, put the stuff on by hand. Then we had a tinning room.
And what room?
Tinning.
Oh, tinning room. Oh.
With tin
Yeah,
coating.
yeah.
Yeah, we had that right where that high voltage house is. And there used to be a garage there, back of the tinning room.
Oh.
And I helped some Hungarian fella pick up one of them fathers that weighed 400 or 500 pounds. Pick it up. I couldn't do it.
Boy. Hard in your bag.
I was home by across the road was taking me up with that stuff. Oh my God.
I have a bad back myself, so I know how much it hurts.
There's that problem. Used to get my bagel. That's what you got to watch.
Well, what were the conditions inside? Did they keep the place pretty clean?
And had to keep it clean. We had some water.
What did they do with their waste material? Did they throw it into the river?
One time a box comes in with they look like baseball. Somehow or another, a wave or something filtered it, and they went in and stopped.
Oh, my goodness. What they recovered?
Stupid like. we made